Okay, welcome to ACCQ Continuing Professional Education. This time we're going to talk about a important subject matter about income taxation. Ito yung mga sa gross income, kung ano yung mga inclusions as well as yung mga hindi kasama rito. So we're going to talk about that, more on that after this. Okay, so just like what we said a while ago, we're going to talk about gross income, inclusions as well as exclusions. Now, this is important because as a taxpayer, we should know kung ano yung nakalagay dun sa ano natin, sa gross income natin. Ito yung mga nakalagay dito. Ito yung mga taxable. So at isa pa, para malaman din natin kung ano yung hindi kailangan na kasama doon sa gross income. So without much ado, let's proceed. Income. Pag-usapan muna natin, ano ba itong income na to? Okay, so it says here on the definition that income is, as understood in accounting, is subject to exceptions. So hindi lahat ng income ay subject to tax, no? So the same as income for income tax purposes. So ganun yun, no? So merong mga inclusions as well as merong mga exclusions, no? Okay, meron tayong, well, generally speaking, yung kinikita natin is taxable yan, no? Okay, so we're going to talk about that in a while. So for income tax purposes, income may be defined as the gain derived from capital, from labor, or from both. So yung mga capital appreciation, no? Yung sa so kasama pa rin yun sa income, no? Hindi lang yung dun sa trabaho, yung sa sahod, no? Okay, so may even sa mga sa investment, no? Okay? Provided it be understood to include profit or gain through a sale or conversion of that asset. Okay, so as provided by the National Internal Revenue Code, NIRC, ang gross income raw, this means all income from whatever source, including the following items. So when you say from whatever source, no, this may sound a little bit, yung bang, you may say, para siyang little bit awkward or yung bang, kasi pag sinabing from all source, no, including yung illegal, okay, kasama yun yung kinita sa let's say sa wedding, okay, mga you know what, you get what I mean, yung mga illegal, even yung mga gambling, no, illegal gambling, these things, no. Okay, so even sa drugs, no? But we know drug dealers don't pay their taxes, no. Pero kasama as much as possible, even sa smuggling, no. Okay, so from whatever source, so magninegosyo rin lang naman kayo, di magbayad na rin naman kayo ng tax, no? So that is, I would say, medyo hyperbole, no? Okay, so to speak, no? But that is actually included, no? Okay. But it is not encouraged, though, yung mga ganong gawain, no? But siyempre kung kikita rin lang naman, malaki kinikita nyo, magbayad kayo. Okay, so this is how serious BIR is, no? Okay, so kumbaga, yung mga kalokohan nyo, gawin nyo yan, no? Pero magbayad kayo ng tax, no? Bahala na yung dyan, yung otoridad dyan, but you have to pay your taxes. Parang ganun. So, of course, as we know, gross income means all income from whatever source. So, well, as we commonly know, itong compensation for services in whatever form paid, including but not limited to fees, salaries, wages, and similar items. So hindi lang siya nakalimitado dun sa sahod ng laborer, no? Okay, or ng empleyado or wages, commissions, no? Commissions ng mga salesman, no? Okay? Next is yung gross income derived from the conduct of trade or business or the exercise of profession. So we have talked about also yung mixed income. So there's a link here that's provided, no? Yung about yung sa mixed income, no? Okay, so kasama siya sa gross income, no? Sa pag-compute ng tax. Next one is gains derived from dealings in property. So pagka yung mga nagbenta ng property, no? Okay, syempre magbabayad ka ng capital gains doon, no? Pero meron ka ring kinita doon, no? Let's say you are a broker, no? Okay, so ito yung ginagawa mo. So you sell properties, no? Interests, kasama rin yan, no? Rents, renta, passive income. That is also included as part of the gross income. Royalties, yung mga royalties in general, these are included, no? Okay, except of course yung yung mga final tax like sa books. Mamaya pag-uusapan natin yung dividends. Okay, especially those dividends which are taxable, no? Okay, yung dividend from a domestic corporation to another domestic corporation is, well, that's not non-taxable, no? Pero may mga dividends rin na, well, dividends na taxable rin, no? Okay, annuities, prizes and winnings. So prizes and winnings, generally this is a subject siya sa final tax, no, na 20%. Okay, pero I think that's 20%, no, final tax, no. Okay, so pero yung let's say pagka tumaas doon sa, let's say or mas mababa siya sa 10,000, then isasama siya as part of the gross income, no, para doon sa under the trade law naman siya, no, if it's lower, if the prizes and winnings is lower than 10,000 pesos. Okay, so kasama siya doon sa pag-compute ng income tax. Pensions and partners distributed share from the net income of a general professional partnership. Now, itong general professional partnership, this is a non-taxable partnership, no? Okay, wala siyang binabayaran na tax, no? Because also for the ini-encourage din kasi yung pag-practice ng profession, no? However, yung kinikita ng mga general partners dun sa general professional partnership, that is taxable. Okay? As an individual. Okay, let's now proceed. Ito pa, yung mga exclusions naman. So let's talk about exclusions, yung mga hindi kasali, no? Okay, so exclusions from gross income under provisions of the NIRC include proceeds of life insurance paid to the heirs or beneficiary upon the death of the insured. And so hindi siya kasama, no, yung proceeds from life insurance na binayaran doon sa mga heirs. Okay? Yung mga naiwan, no? Okay? So this is not upon the death of the insured. Yeah, so whether in a single sum or otherwise, but if such amounts are held by the insurer under an agreement to pay tax thereon, yung insurer mismo, no? Okay, yung company, the interest payment shall be included in the gross income. So magkaiba yun, yung interest doon sa payment shall be included in the gross income if it's held by the insurer. So next is the amount received by the insured as a return of the premiums paid by him under the life insurance, endowment, or annuity contract. So this is also excluded from the gross income sa pag-compute ng gross income. Ayan, yung na-receive na amount, no, as return of premiums. So so either during the term or at the maturity of the term mentioned in the contract or upon the surrender of the contract. So ito yung mga return of premiums, no, kasi every period nagbabayad ng premiums, no? So yung returns na na-receive ng insured hindi na siya kasama doon sa gross income. And then we have the value of property acquired by gift or by bequest, devise or descent. Okay, so provided, however, that the income from such property will be included in the gross income. Okay? Pero yung value ng property mismo na na-acquire by gift, no? So this is not included in the gross income, no? Actually kasama siya doon sa sa donor's tax, no? Okay, so karaniwan binabayaran naman ng yung benefactor o yung donor, no? Amounts received through accident or health insurance or under Workmen's Compensation Acts as compensation for personal injuries or sickness, plus the amounts of any damages received, whether by suit or agreement on account of such injuries or sickness. Yan. So yung mga amounts na receive, no, through accident, yeah. So health insurance, so these are not included in the computation of gross income under a workman's compensation, especially pagka nandun sa yung sa na-incur niya sa trabaho, no? And then next, income of any kind to the extent required by any treaty obligation binding upon the government of the Philippines. Next is retirement benefits received under Republic Act number 7641 and those received by officials and employees of private firms, whether individual or corporate. So under that, yung in accordance with a reasonable private benefit plan maintained by the owner. So pagka mayroong retirement benefit, no, yung employer, no. Okay, so hindi siya, no, excluded siya dun sa tax, no? Okay, the plan is funded. Yan, yung mga defined contribution plan, no. Yan. The retiring official or employee has been in the service of the same employer for at least 10 years. So walang alisan, no? Okay, so yung retirement na niya, I mean at least for the 10 years, no? Okay, so walang tax rin yun, no? Excluded rin sa gross income yon. And the employee is not less than 50 years old. So kung 48 or 49 siya, no, that is still taxable kung ano man yung makuha niya na proceeds dun sa retirement na yon, no? Okay? Pero kung let's say 50 and above siya, no? So tapos 10 years siya nagtrabaho doon, no? At well, that is still excluded, no, dun sa gross income, no? So the employee is not less than 50 years old at the age of at the time of retirement, no? Yeah. And the employee can receive the benefit of exclusion only once. So hindi pwedeng, let's say kasi ang 50 bata pa naman yan, tapos nag-retire siya, no? Okay, so hindi siya taxable, no? Okay, so hindi siya kasama sa gross income. So pagka nagano siya, let's say pagka nagtrabaho ulit siya, let's say for another 10 years, no? So pagdating niya ng 60, 61, he plan to retire again. So you cannot avail that twice in a row, no? Okay. So isang beses lang 'yon. So another thing is any amount received by an official or employee or by his heirs from the employer as a consequence of a separation of such official or employee from the service of the employer because of death, sickness, or other physical disability. Yan. So yung mga benefits, no, na receive ng official or employee or by his heirs, no? Okay, as yung mga separation pay, especially even in this time of pandemic, no? Okay, so yung mga those are kumbaga from the service, no? Okay, yung separation from the service of the employer because of death, sickness, or other physical disability. And then yung social security benefits, retirement gratuities, ayan, pensions, and other similar benefits received by residents or non-residents of the Philippines or aliens. So when you say residents, no, ito yung mga citizen dito sa Philippines, no? Okay, dito pinanganak, tapos dito nagtatrabaho, non-resident citizen. Ito yung mga nag-stay abroad for a longer period of, let's say, mga 6 months, no? Okay, so and then or aliens, no? Ito yung mga, so yung mga SSS benefits, no, these are excluded from the gross profit. Payments of benefit due or become due to any person residing in the Philippines under the laws of the United States administered by the United States Veteran Administration. Okay. Next is yung benefits received from the GSIS, including the retirement gratuity received by government officials and employees. Yan, yung mga government employees, no? Okay, yung sa retirement nila. So hindi yun, na-receive nila sa GSIS, hindi siya kasama sa gross income. Income derived from investment in the Philippines in loans, stocks, bonds, or other domestic securities, or from interest on deposit in the banks in the Philippines, such as foreign governments, financing institutions, owned, controlled, or enjoying refinancing from foreign governments and international or regional institutions established by foreign governments. Yeah. Okay. And then we have M, letter M, income derived from any public utility or from the exercise of any essential government function accruing to the government of the Philippines. Tapos prizes, awards made primarily in recognition of religious, charitable, scientific, educational, artistic, literary, or civic achievement, but only one recipient was selected without any action on his part. So ito yung requisites, no, para masabing hindi siya kasama na itatax doon sa gross income. So ito yung prizes na nakuha niya or recognition sa mga nabanggit, no, religious, charitable, scientific, educational. It should be first wala siyang action on his part na sumali doon sa contest, no. It did not come from the recipient. And the recipient is not required to render yung substantial future services. So walang kondisyon na ganon. Okay, and then next is prizes and awards granted to athletes in local and international sports competitions and tournaments, whether held in the Philippines or abroad, and sanctioned as by their national sports association. So this is what happened dun sa mga athletes natin na pinadala sa Olympics, no? Okay, because they are sanctioned by the National Sports Association, their National Sports Association, no? So yung mga napalalunan nila doon, those are tax-free, nga, no? Marami yun, no? Sila, well, of course, si Hedlin, no? And then and marami pa sila, no? Marami pa sila yung mga boksingero. Okay? So those are not included in the tax for the gross income. No? Gross benefits received by officials and employees of public and private entities as 13-month pay and other benefits up to 90,000. So yung threshold dyan is up to 90,000. Above 90,000, that is already taxable. Okay, so another one is GSIS, SSS, Medicare, PhilHealth, and pag-ibig contributions and union dues of individuals. Gains realized from the sale or exchange or retirement of bonds, debentures, or certificates of indebtedness with the maturity of more than 5 years. Kasi kung less than 5 years, that is taxable. Gains realized by the investor from redemption upon redemption of shares of stock of a mutual fund. So we can now proceed to the examples, how to compute the gross income, no? Kung ano yung inclusion at saka exclusion. So we're not going to much yung bang kukumputin yung taxable income, no? Because gusto lang natin makita kung ano yung mga included dun sa gross income as well as yung mga hindi kasama. So first, let's take up this example. So Megan F., a sole proprietor, has the following data in 2020 in its first year of merchandising operations. No? Okay, so as we can see here, gross profit of 300,000, cost of goods sold of 150,000, other income of 50,000, and so selling expense and itong depreciation expense. So ang kukumputin lang naman natin dito is yung gross income, no? Okay, so let's start with the gross sales. So syempre kasama yan. Okay, so this is 300,000 pesos. Yan. Okay, and then after that, yung we will deduct yung cost of goods sold, so which is around 150,000. Okay, so after deducting, we now get the this one, which is yung gross income. Now, hanggang dyan lang ba computation yan? Parang meron pang kasama, no? Etong other income. So i-add natin yung other income. Kalin muna natin yung yung linya-linya diyan, no? Okay, para ayan, tanggalin muna natin 'yan, no? Okay, so i-add natin dito yung other income na. Kita niyo na meron siyang yan. Insert tayo ng isa pa yun. Okay, so other income, add mo yung other income. Na other income. Okay, so that is also included dun sa gross. Okay, so this is about yon 50,000 na yon. Yan. So pwede na natin compute, no? Hindi na natin babawas yung yung selling expense kasi under sa gross income yan eh. Saka yung depreciation expense, no? Okay, pagka nag-compute tayo ng taxable income, definitely babawas natin yun. Pero since ang inihingi lang is yung gross income, then we will just compute for the gross income. So this is the gross income. Ito yung kasama sa ita-tax, no? Yeah, so this is about 200,000. So that is the answer. Now let's proceed to the next. Ito. In addition to the compensation, by the way, this is a separate problem, no? Okay, so in addition to the compensation being received by Miss Tifay as employee, manager, so empleyado siya, no? Manager siya sa isang company. Empleyado siya at manager siya sa isang company. She leases out her 3 apartment door for 10,000 pesos a month each unit. Okay, so compute natin yan, no? So rent yan, no? So sabi natin kanina, rent is part of the gross income. Her compensation income for 2020 consists of 45,000 basic salary a month. So i-annualize natin yan, no? 45,000 times 12, no? That would be the annual salary, no? Annual compensation income. 13th month pay and other benefits of 100,000. Ayan. Okay? And then as royalties, she received 150,000 for the book she wrote. Now, itong 150,000 na to na royal na sa book, no? This is not included because this has a final tax, no, of 10%. Okay, and 80,000 for her property that is planted with pineapples, no? Okay, so ito yung income niya dun sa kanyang capital, no? Okay, so what is the total amount or the amount to be included in the gross income? Okay, so here is the solutions or solution. Yeah. So basic salary, that would be 45,000 times 12, you will get 540,000. Okay? Yun yung sahod niya. Next, yung 13th month. Now, 13th month, for the first 90,000, this is exempt. Okay, however, yung 100,000 kasi yun, no? So over and above that, 90,000, which is 10,000, would be included. It's part of the gross income. The next is yung apartment unit. Okay, so makikita natin doon 10,000 a month yung yung apartment unit niya. Okay, so that is 10,000 times 3 because 3 units times 12, no? For 1 year. So that would amount to 360,000. And we have income from her property. So income from her property is 80,000. So let's get all the total, no? Okay, like we said, yung royalty from the book, no, that it has a final tax, no, of 10%. Okay, so we will now get the gross income. So this would be 990,000. So if you have any questions with regard to the preceding topics, so just write down your comments. Of course, if you have any topics that you want us to discuss, simply comment. Okay, so subscribe, like, and share. God bless, and stay safe.